Hi guys, welcome back to the Kanani and Weinman YouTube channel. We're here back with you with another social skills lesson. Today we're going to be talking about fair ways to play, or another way to say it is playing fair, so that everybody gets to play, not just one person or only a couple people, but make sure that we try to create skills for ourselves to be able to make sure everybody gets to play. And that includes helping us learn how to include others to play with us, and helping others learn how to include us to play with them. So we want to build friendship skills so that as we get older, we learn to become better friends. So that's our goal and what we're learning today. So we have talked in the past about how to invite others to play. Make sure that we start with self-talk and we tell ourselves, if I'm going to invite someone to play, I need to talk in a calm, friendly voice. So that's a good tool that we have in our toolbox, is using self-talk, reminding ourselves of how to do things and how to say things so that we are respectful and kind to others. So today, I'm going to introduce you to a couple people named Matthew and Fiona. Okay? But before I do that, I want you to get your discussion buddy who you'll be working with. And so I'm going to have you pause the video and get your discussion buddy. Go ahead. Okay, well, I hope you and your discussion buddy are ready to learn about fair ways to play. Okay, so let's start here. Right here in this picture, we have Matthew and Fiona. And what I want you to do is look at the picture and make a good hypothesis about what's happening with Matthew and Fiona. What is happening in this situation? Go ahead and pause the video and discuss. Okay, well, I hope you're able to pause and have a good discussion about what you think is happening, making a good hypothesis or guess. So let's find out if you're right. Are you ready? All right. So again, we have Matthew, who's this boy over here, and Fiona, who's this girl over here. Now, before I get into it, I'm going to make some guesses about what's happening. When I see Matthew over here, I'm looking right away at his face and his body, like his shoulders. And what I see is a boy whose eyes are staring at other toys and a face that is not smiling. So that tells me he is not happy about what's happening. I also see that he has toys down here, but that he's kind of stopped playing with them because he's so focused on looking at these toys and what's happening over here. So what it looks like is Matthew wants these toys, and he wants to play with them too, or he wants to play with this girl, Fiona, who, by the way, you can tell is happy because her eyes are up and her face is smiling as she plays with the two toys. So that's my hypothesis, is that Matthew wants to either play with Fiona or wants to play with the toys. So here's the story. Matthew and Fiona go to the same school. Fiona has been playing with the school's only two big dinosaurs for a very long time. Matthew has been playing with three little dinosaurs, but he really wants to play with the big ones. Think about how Matthew feels. Pause the video and discuss. Okay, well, I hope you're able to have a good discussion. Let's think about how Matthew feels. Matthew probably feels sad or disappointed, and you can tell that because why? Like I said earlier, we can tell that because he's focused on these two dinosaurs. He is not smiling, and he's also not playing with these things. And look at his shoulders. They're kind of shrunk down, and his hand is his chin is resting on his hand. It looks like he is not very happy about what he's playing with and would like to play with something different. So, Matthew has sad feelings, and what gives us a clue is his face and body. Okay, now, we have a problem here, right? That's why we go to our problem-solving steps. The first step, again, is to say the problem. The next step is think of solutions. The third step is exploring what we could do. And the final one is picking the best solution. There's lots of solutions. Some solutions it mean we exclude people, and other solutions mean we invite others in. And some solutions mean we don't play fair, and other solutions means we play fair and everybody tries to get a turn and things like that. So let's look again here. So the first step is to say the problem. Pause the video and I want you to think, what is the problem in this situation? Go ahead and pause. Okay, well, I hope you're able to pause and think of what is happening. What is the problem in this situation? So, as you think and maybe pretend you are Matthew, think of two things maybe Matthew can do. So that's what I want you to do now. Not only identify the problem, but think of what Matthew could do. Pause the video. Okay, so now you've paused the video 2 times here and you have thought about what the problem is and what Matthew could do to solve the problem, right? So the problem is Fiona is playing with the only two big dinosaurs in the school, and Matthew wants to play with them as well. Now we think, what could Matthew do if he wants to play with the big dinosaurs? There's a few ways. First thing is he could ask Fiona to play together and share the dinosaurs. Second, he could ask Fiona for a turn so he could play with them and she could play with the small dinosaurs, or he could ask for a trade where they take a time where they only play with the big dinosaur and the small dinosaurs. So let's start with the first. Those are 3 solutions, but the first solution, asking Fiona to play together. Good idea, bad idea? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Asking Fiona for a turn where they take turns for a short amount of time and then they give them back. Good idea, bad idea? Or they just trade, and for the rest of the entire free choice playtime, she plays with the small dinosaurs, he plays with the big dinosaurs. Up, down. Right now we've said the problem. Matthew wants to play with the big dinosaurs and Fiona's been playing with them for a long time. So that's the problem. Now we've thought of some solutions. Ask to play together. Ask to take turns. Or ask to trade. Which do you think is a good idea? Pause the video and discuss. Okay, so let's ask this question next. Is it fair for Fiona to keep others from playing with the big dinosaurs? Pause the video and discuss. Well, I hope you have a pretty quick answer to that one. The answer is no. No one should ever get to keep other kids from playing with toys that belong to the school, right? And we know that because Matthew is not getting a turn. And the big dinosaurs do not belong to Fiona or Matthew. They belong to the school. So all students get a chance to play with them. Sharing, trading, and taking turns are fair ways to play, and they also make it fun to play together. So now Matthew's got to come up with a plan here. He knows he said the problem, which is him wanting to get to play with the dinosaurs. He's thought of some solutions. He has different ways to ask Fiona. Ask to trade, ask to take turns, or ask to play together. All of those are good solutions. Why? Because we're building relationships with each other and we're learning how to talk to each other and be kind and respectful to each other. So it's about building friendship skills. And Matthew's about to do that. And he is going to open his toolbox and he's going to pull out self-talk. Now, self-talk, again, is what we say to ourselves. We don't say it out loud to anyone else. We say it to ourselves about how to talk to somebody. So he's going to remind himself and he's going to say, okay, I need to talk in a calm way and a friendly way to help Fiona hear my perspective. If I'm going to invite myself to play with her, I need to say it in a calm, friendly way. If I'm going to invite to take turns, where we each play with one for a certain amount of time, then I'm going to say it in a friendly way. Are you noticing what I'm saying? Calm and friendly voice is the key here. So, now what I'm going to have you guys do is not only come up with those solutions, but I want you to practice with some toys. So look here. I got some toys here. And crazy thing, just like in the story, I have some dinosaurs. Some little friendly dinosaurs that we can play with. Anyway, maybe you have some dinosaurs or toy cars, or maybe you have a stuffed animal, or a few stuffed animals that you like to play with, or something like that. Maybe it's Legos, who knows. And what I want you to do is, with your discussion buddy, the two of you, you're going to practice asking to play with each other. So what you're going to do is, one person's going to have the toys, and then the other person's going to ask to either play with the person or to take turns playing with them. Those are the two things. So let's pretend I am Mr. Beal and I have an imaginary person standing here. So we can say, "Hi, Mr. Imaginary Person. Can you greet Mr. Imaginary Person?" Okay, so me and Mr. Imaginary Person are playing with dinosaurs. Now, Mr. Imaginary Person is going to have the dinosaurs, okay? He's going to be playing with them, and I'm going to be looking over and saying, "Boy, I'd like to play with those too." So I'm going to show you what it looks like to ask in a friendly way. So, first step, I'm going to say, "Okay, I want to play with those dinosaurs." I'm using self-talk right now. And I'm saying, "I want to use those dinosaurs, but I need to ask in a friendly way." So then I tell myself that. Now I turn to Mr. Invisible Person, who's my friend over here, and I say, "Mr. Invisible Person, I notice you're playing with dinosaurs. Can we play together?" And I'll wait for them to respond. But notice, I'm keeping my eyes on them, and I'm asking in a calm, friendly way. And then if he says, "Sure," then we'll play together. Or I could ask, "Can we take turns?" And I can bring out some of the toys I have and say, "Oh, look, I have some Legos here. How about we take turns? You play with the Legos, and I then get to play with the dinosaurs. And we take turns, and maybe we could set a timer and play with them in that way." So that's what I want you to do. So I'm going to have you pause the video, and I'm going to have you practice using nice words and practice asking to either play together or take turns so that we can solve problems. So go ahead, pause the video and practice. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good practice time where you were able to talk to each other in calm ways and talk about how to play fair with each other, so that when you have fun toys like this and like this, you can make it fun to play together and not disappointing or sad or leaving people out, but instead inviting people in and finding ways to be respectful to each other and build some good friendship skills. Okay, have fun playing, guys. Have a great day.